Hey guys, Steve Welch here with Beeman Toyota in Nashville. Where our trade-ins are here at our new dealership here on Harding Place. I wanted to mention something because there's a lot of times that people don't think of some things that you should definitely remember to do either during or before you trade in your car. So and these things are extremely important, but people forget a lot of this. So what's the very first thing? Get in your car and reset your radio. Delete all of your personal information off the radio. Depending on the car, there's different ways to do it, but usually it'll say reset to system defaults or reset to factory restore or something like that. You'll have a setting in there, usually in your settings, that says to restore to defaults, right? Do that. It's gonna, you know, anything map wise or anything like that that's saved in there, you're gonna get that gone, right? So what's number two? Number two is to cancel or transfer your Sirius satellite radio, right? So if you have a satellite radio, most cars have satellite radio. Some of us pay for it, some of us don't. But if you have a paid subscription, don't pay for a second subscription and then let that one run out. And sometimes you'll get a free trial. Stack it onto a free trial or cancel it or however you need to do it. But don't just leave it on your old car, right? Use that, you know. Sirius will usually work with you on that. So I would definitely suggest doing that. So something else that people always forget when they trade in their car: sunglasses. So in the upper console, glove box, stuff like that, especially prescription sunglasses, those are high dollar. I know they are, but you could also put, you know, certain reading glasses, night glasses, something like that. Sometimes people have the special glasses for when you're out in the sun, something like that. Just remember glasses, things along those lines. So something else, parking passes or stickers, right? So you got, like here, this has a car wash sticker and then preferred customer parking, whatever. So if you have stickers or that are in the vehicle that are for parking, you will notice those things. So obviously there's other things that are inspection stickers and stuff. You don't really need to take those off because those don't really matter, depending on the state, of course. Those don't really matter to you because they're not attached to you. But in those car wash stickers, usually you can get another one. But you know, if it's important to you, a parking garage sticker, a sticker for your apartment, you know, or, you know, something like that. You don't want your new car towed because the people that are in charge of making sure that your parking spot is available for you will take your new car out there because they don't think it's you, right? So you always want to make sure on that, right? So what else do we have? So CDs or DVDs that are in your player. All right, so I know most cars don't have those new, but a lot of trade-ins, they have those things in there. And I had one person come back and drove 2 hours for a DVD that was in the DVD player in their minivan. Apparently it was that important to turn around and drive back late at night just to make sure that they had that DVD by the time their kid woke up. So I know how important those things can be. They are very important a lot of times, especially when kids are involved. I know this, but just check them. Check the DVDs, check the CD players, and make sure you get what you want out of those. Any flash drives that you might have plugged into your USB as well. All right, so now here's something that I suggest. A lot of times, I mean, you know, there's some people that say just don't worry about it, but I would pull my personal documents out of the glove box. Service records, stuff like that, people like don't need those. Pull anything that's got your name and address, pull it out of your glove box. All right, just why risk it? You know that you're going to make sure that you have protected that information and that you shred it. Would anybody do anything with it? Probably not. But some dealerships, you know, who knows, a little small mom and pop, whatever, they might just throw it in the trash can, you know, so it goes in the trash can and you got all your information that could be who knows where, right? So that's something. So here's something people always forget and you end up coming back for it: your garage door opener. All right, put it on your visor, you forget about it, you get home, and then what do you realize? Crap, I can't get into my house because the garage door opener's in my old car. You call me, you got to come back and you got to pick up your your garage door opener. So they're cleaning a car behind me there, so there's a little bit of noise. I'll try to get on this side so that we're not so loud. That should be a little bit better. All right, so now the next thing, jumper cables or things that are in your tire well in your trunk, right, or in your you know, they're the little catch-alls that are in the back. So like a Highlander has like a little cubby that you can pull up and you can put some stuff down there, some personal items down there. Just check all those little areas for anything that might be in those areas. Like I said, jumper cables. I've seen people pull a lot of things out of those, first aid kits, other stuff. I've seen people pull things out of those areas. So just double check it, make sure that you haven't put anything down there. I've even seen people that have had things valuable there, right? So just check it, make sure you haven't left anything in there. There's no reason to leave that, right? So but yeah, and your wheel well, check that out for yourself. Another thing, and I've had, these things can mean a ton to you, but the person that sees it might think that it's junk, right? And it's little charms or trinkets or something like that that you hang from your rear view mirror, or that you might have wrapped around your shifter. Now, keep in mind, hanging stuff from your rear view mirror is usually not advised, but I know that most people do it. Just, you know, air fresheners or whatever. But if you have it like a little charm or trinket that, you know, I had one person that her father had given it to her and her father was no longer around, and she had realized that she had left it on her rearview mirror. Stuff like that, if somebody sees that, they might think there's no sentimental value to it, nothing like that, and you could have a detail guy trying to go through the car pretty quick, just cut it off and then, you know, trash it. It's important to you, make sure you remember to check for those things, right? Other things, license plates, right? So now some states require you to leave the license plates on your car. Make sure you know how your state's law is, but license plates on the back, like in Tennessee, we hand you your plate when you leave. If you're transferring it, new plate, whatever, you get your plate when you leave, or you should, and then a front plate. Maybe you've got a, you know, UT on the front, or a University of Michigan or something like that on the front of your car. You want to make sure that you take that plate if it's something that's important to you. You know, because like I said, the detail guys, you leave it on there, the people that clean up your car, they're going to think it means nothing to you. They're going to throw those types of things away. There's not really even a phone call that's probably going to happen, because they figure you had the opportunity to take it and chose not to. It's going to be trashed. So just remember that kind of stuff, right? And if you forget something, try to remember it fast. Call your sales guy and say, hey, I left that in my car. Can you go and get that? A parking sticker, whatever. Can you go and get that out of my car? I will get it and I will hold it for you and make sure that it's here for you. Any good salesperson will, right? So something else to remember. This is really important, guys. Firearms. You keep your gun under your seat. I will tell you what, when a detail guy goes to clean a car, if there's a gun under there, he's probably not going to be too happy. But check your car for your firearms, check your wheel well for your firearms, check your glove box, check, you know, if you put a firearm in your car, you should probably know that it's there, and hopefully it's one of the first things that you take out when you trade in your car. So in a lot of cases, maybe you don't even want to bring that to the dealership. So that is, you know, my opinion, you know, of course, but maybe you don't want to bring it, maybe you do. I don't really care with that part. That part's up to you, but maybe, you know, some of that stuff you should have already taken out. People forget it all the time. Hopefully this video is helping you be a little bit better prepared. And then the last thing that I've got, and unless I can think of something here in a second, but the last thing that I got is to also erase your garage door opener code from your mirror. All right, and I've done a video to show you how to do that. So make sure that you erase your garage door opener. You don't want somebody that, you know, maybe they find that one little thing in your glove box that's got your address on it and somebody forgot to throw it away, whatever. There's no reason to risk that. Just erase it, right? I'm all about trying to keep you guys safe, trying to make sure that you know, anything that could pop up, you know, hopefully it's some of those things. But that's 10 things that I came up with that you should, that people always forget when they're trading in their car. Always forget that. You know, there's a ton of stuff that you always forget, but those are things that almost everybody forgets when they're trading in their car. But like I said, it's not that hard to kind of look over and make sure that you check things, check under your seats, check for, if you don't care about the change in your center console, that's fine, leave your change. If you don't care about the trash, leave the trash. I mean, that, the detail guys are fine with that usually. But when you start getting into stuff that has names on it, information on it, anything that's valuable to you, you should definitely try to take that out, and maybe take that out before you go to the dealership. If you plan on selling your car anyway, make it a little bit easier on yourself, a little bit quicker at the dealership. People always say the number one complaint about buying a car is it takes too long. Well, there's a few things that you can do, and these are some of them, to help it take a little less time, right? So that's what I went for with this. But you guys got all these things that you should make sure that you don't forget to take out of your vehicle when you trade it in. The other thing I want to say is, what about what you should have in your car, right? A lot of people have things like tonneau covers, the little slide covers in the back of their car, right? So I'm giving you a little extra here. Those little slide covers, those things, they're worth a couple $100, right? Throw them in the back of your car. What are they doing in your garage? They're just sitting there collecting dust. You don't need them there anyway. Throw them in the back of the car. Maybe the next person will find value in it, and you can help them out, right? Things like on a Jeep. If you have a Jeep and you have a soft cover and a hard cover, the fact that you have that extra cover adds a lot of value, right? Maybe you've got like an old set of wheels, that you pulled off when you first got the truck, but it's got brand new rubber on it. Maybe you want to throw that on the vehicle, because that could be valuable to have that fresh set of rubber. And original equipment items tend to actually be more favorable for the dealer than the stuff that you've done aftermarket. Just saying. A lot of people are like, well, I put this on there and it's worth $1,500, $1,800, $2,000. The original equipment is usually a little bit more valuable to the dealer. So just trust me on that, I'm right. But anything that you pulled off the car, you pulled off running boards, you threw them in your garage, somebody's gonna want those, right? So maybe you at least offer them to the dealer. If if you're there, say, hey, look, got a set of running boards for this, I can throw them on there if you want them. Maybe they tell you no. Maybe there's no value to the dealership. At least give it a shot. Maybe you get a little bit more for your trade. But little bit extra there at the end. Steve Welch, Beaman Toyota, beautiful Nashville. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.